Today is November 14th, 2021. Are you ready to go on an unlikely garden tour? Let's go. But before we do that, I want to let you know there will be a special surprise at the end. Right here is my blueberry plant, and I'm naming this one Resilient. I'm doing that because it was attacked by Japanese beetles, and then it's about to go through winter, so I want to see if it will live up to its name. Right here is my fig tree Unlimited, and you can see there are different figs ripening on my fig tree, so I'm looking forward to trying out these figs and all of this. I have tried a few. I think I've tried like 2 or 3 of them, and for the most part they haven't tasted like I thought they would. I thought they would be a little sweeter, but the fig that did the best was the one that dropped on the ground, and then I was tasting it. There was actually some ants in it, and I took those ants out, and I like that one the best. I can see right here, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little ant that's on this fig right now, and so that's kind of a good indication, I think, because the ants, I think, are attracted by some of the sweetness of the fig. So we'll see how it tastes. I'm not sure. Right over here is Possibilities, and I'm really excited about Possibilities because look at this. Right here is a ripening fig on Possibilities, and I think that's a fig too right over there that's ripe, if I'm not mistaken. But right here is a ripening fig, and I didn't even think that this was going to even have potentially any figs, but Possibilities is living up to its name. I'm not sure if this fig will actually ripen or not, totally, because it's cold here in Oklahoma at the moment, but it is going to get a little warmer apparently from our weather report, so we'll see how that goes. And right here was where my tomato plant was, but then the tomato cage fell over, and you can see these 2 cages that fell over as well. And I took my little baby, my tomato plant out, and I'm going to out of that pot, and I'm about to do that for these other 2 pots as well. It was a little windy last week, and so that's why these tomato cages fell over, and they were already a little wobbly anyway, and the plant just kept on growing and growing. But it's time for these, it's past time basically for these to come out. I recognize as well that a lot of my tomatoes stayed green for a long time, and I think that's because it hasn't been as warm, and so that's what happened. So I do have tomatoes on my plants, but anyway, I have to take them out of my pot. Okay, so I have planted some other things. You can see some cabbage right here. So some insects have gotten that, so I need to put some neem oil on there. And then I have another cabbage plant right here, another cabbage plant right here, and I still have my bell peppers right here. And then here's my okra. My okra has grown taller than myself, which is pretty cool. But if you can look at this, a lot of my okra doesn't have leaves on it. So I think it's time, or probably past time, for the okra to come out of these pots as well. So I'm going to be doing that. But hey, at least I have some okra right there. And that is just amazing. Motivation. Come on now. I'm going to get an okra from Motivation. That's right here. So I'm thankful for that. And then I have some cabbage right there. And then I have some kale. And so now we're here by the Japanese sweet potato. And I should have already taken things out of here, my sweet potatoes and all this. But I want to see, how do they look? So I haven't even looked at this for myself. So we're going to open this up and see what is actually in here, because this is actually my first time doing this. And I'm trying now. I'm struggling. I'm fighting to be able to show you something here. And actually, this is a lot. I don't know what is in here exactly, but I wish I had something else now to open this. But okay. Whoa. Look at that. And I didn't even get it the best. I'm trying to use one hand. That's pretty big. If you look at my finger, my hand, not my finger. And this is in a little pot, and I have this big old Japanese sweet potato in my hand from a little old pot. And so things were growing in here, and I'm just thankful for that. Now, I think the advice I've gotten is you're supposed to do this probably before it gets really cold or something like that. But I did it. I took it out at least, and I'm really excited that I put something in this pot. Something really was growing in there, and that was my surprise for you today.